Few more weeks passed as it was almost the end of the semester. Exams were near, so everyone was busy in studies and completing their projects. It was evening time. Jimin was sitting in front of his computer doing his assignment. He was quite concentrated in it to notice anything around him. Theon knocked the door, but it was unheard by Jimin. So Theon came in. He saw Jimin was totally focused, so he slowly closed the door and kept the snacks he brought for Jimin on the bed. Walking near Jimin and stood behind him. He bent down as he looked at the screen. His face was close to Jimin, but Jimin didn't notice him. And Theang just kept on looking at the computer screen, finding the assignment interesting. His head was beside Jimin's, and his face just a little bit above Jimin's shoulder. Jimin was doing his assignment when he remembered he had to get some stationery from outside to do the assignment in the future and also in the papers. He turned around his face only to find his lips touching with Theang. When he turned around, his lips and nose got connected by Theang's, causing both of their eyes to wide. For some time, both of them were not able to process anything, but soon Theang stand up and struggles to say, Theang, I'm sorry. I just came here to get you some snack. You can have them. It's on the bed. And so sorry about that. He said, leaving from there and running to his room. Jimin just looked at the door amazed by what just happened. He was still not able to process anything. Jimin, what did just happen? Oh wait, did I just? He touched his lips with his fingers. Jimin, oh my God! While with Theon, as Theon entered inside the room, he closed the door, leaning his back onto it. His breath was high, along with his heartbeat. It felt like his heart was going to come out any moment. A smile played across his face, a genuine one. He kept his hand on his chest, near his heart. Leon, calm down, he said to himself before taking his hand from his chest to his mouth, closing it and screaming silently. Leon, did it just happen? I mean, literally, are you kidding me? Did I just kiss him? Or is it a dream? He asked, tapping himself. Here, no, it's definitely not dream. I just kissed him. My first kiss. Oh my God. He runs towards his bed as he threw himself on the bed, his back facing the ceiling. He started throwing alternate legs on the bed while touching his lips. It happened. It happened. He just kissed him. That's what he was thinking. Priyanka, I can't believe this happened. Oh my God. What am I supposed to do now? How am I going to calm my heart? He realized something as he sat up straight. Wait, what if he doesn't like me anymore because of this? What if he hates me now? What if he gets angry because I took his first kiss? He saved it for his future husband. Oh no. What am I supposed to do now? I want to get hit by him. Oh God, help me, please. He was thinking when he heard a knock on the door. His heartbeat increased even more, thinking it might be Jimin. And maybe he was there too. And what Theang's thoughts into reality. But when he heard Suga's voice, he took a deep breath. Trying to control his heart, he slowly walked towards the door and opened it. Suga. Hey, actually, we were planning about a trip after semester. Want to join? Hyung. Is everyone coming? I mean, Jin Hyung, Nam Jin Hyung, and others. Suga, yes, everyone is coming. And ask it to Jimin also. I'm not going to face that jerk. Hyung, just do it. I can't. and I will join if he does. Sugar, wait. Why does it matter if he does or not? Theang, oh, actually, you are really very boring. You already know that. So it won't be fun if he isn't there. It's really fun to be with him. Yoongi. Wow, I was here to hear this. Sure, I'm leaving. Theang, nobody asked you to stay. Yoongi, you are turning into Jimin slowly. Theang, well, it's not true. He said as he closed the door, thinking about how he just messed up. Yoongi irritatedly went towards Jimin's room as he knocked on it. Jimin opened the door, thinking it might be Theang, but got disappointed to see Yoongi there. Yoongi, what happened? Why do you seem so disappointed? Jimin, so what? Do you want me to dance? What is it? Yoongi, what is going on? Why is everyone so much out of themselves? You both are really strange. Jimin, yes, we are. So please get to the point. Yoongi, we are going on a trip after the semester ends. Wanna join? Jimin, why not? Is everyone joining? Yoongi, wow, you both asked him questions. Yoongi, just ask him. Jimin, can't you say? Yoongi, yes, everyone is. Now don't ask me anything. He said, leaving from there as Jimin closed the door and went towards the bed, sitting on it and throwing his upper body on the bed. His arms spread out on the bed as he looked up to the empty ceiling, bringing his hand to touch his lips unconsciously. That night, Taeyang didn't came in front of Jimin, but the other day in university he had to. They were having a normal conversation and Jimin was talking to Taeyang, so it made Taeyang confirm that Jimin wasn't angry, and he also should explain that it was mistake. After having their lunch, both of them were sitting on the rooftop before going to the class. Taeyang, last night it it was accidentally. Jimin, I understand. It's fine. Taeyang, I'm sorry I took your first kiss. Jimin, I did too. Taeyang, but you had saved it for your. Jimin, yes, I did. But maybe destiny has other plans. He said. Taeyang was amazed how positively Jimin took the situation. Taeyang, so is it fine? I mean, you aren't angry? Jimin, why would I be? If it wasn't fate, then it is going to happen. No one can stop them. And whatever happens, happens for good. So I don't think I should be regretting. And you also shouldn't. But I am sad cause you like someone else. Although I don't do to anyone. Taeyang, oh, that's fine. I don't even know if he likes me or not. Jimin, maybe he does. You should ask. Taeyang, not yet. It hasn't even completed 6 months since I met him. Jimin, yeah. So you want to enjoy having crush on someone? Taeyang, yes, something like that. They both chuckled as their conversation continued. For the next few weeks, they were totally engaged and focused on their studies since exams were coming and the semester was going to end. They also did the planning of going on a trip. As their semester exams ended, they all were finally free from the exams, stress of exams, along with a lots of excitement to go on a trip. It was going to be first trip as friends. The idea was given by Jungkook since he was a travel person and he loved traveling, especially along with his friends. Now everyone was caught up with the packings. It was evening time. Everyone was at the park they decided to meet. They all were gonna leave from there. Jin was standing in front as he looked behind. Jin, so everyone is here? Others screamed at yes. Jin, and don't ask for anything. I hope you all took everything you need. There was another scream. Except Yoongi, everyone was screaming. They were excited. Yoongi was also, but he just didn't want it to waste his energy right now. Soon the car arrived as everyone got into it. It was a seven-seater. Namjoon and Jin were in the front. Namjoon was going to drive, but everyone stopped him, knowing if he drove then something is surely gonna break. and they had borrowed the car. They can't damage the car. So in the end, Jin decided to drive. Yoongi and Hoseok were sitting in the middle, and Jimin, Taeyang, and Jungkook were sitting in the last. Jimin was sitting in the middle. Jin, everyone is ready? Everyone screamed, "Yes, let's go!" Followed with a yeah when the car started. Namjoon played a song as Yoongi protested. He didn't want it to have noise around because he was sleepy. But, majority wins. So they played the song. The trio in the last was enjoying the most, singing along the song and clapping while doing small moves from the song. Soon Yoongi also started to enjoy. Every time the car turned to right, Jimin was leaning onto Taeyang due to the force. And guess what? Taeyang knew that there were going to be more of right turns, so he sat in the left side of Jimin. He saw the directions before coming, and he was enjoying it. Simple physical touches makes you happier when you are in love with someone. Same goes with Taeyang. After the ride of 3 hours, they finally arrived at the destination. It was already night time, so they all decided to take rest and have fun the other day. They had planned a lots of things, but firstly they were going to do trekking. So they stopped near a restaurant which was not much far from the mountain on which they were going to trek. They had their dinner in the restaurant and went to the hotel near the restaurant, but there were no rooms in the hotel. It was already full. They were disappointed and came out of the hotel, checking in the map if they could find any other hotel nearby, but it was far from where they were. While walking through the streets and going towards their car, they planned to sleep in the tent. They had it because they were going to trek, so they redid it. They had only three, and they already planned who was going to sleep with whom. They had a huge tent, and other two were of medium size. So Hobby chose Yoongi and Jungkook because he wanted Namjoon to be together, and the left were Taeyong and Jimin, so they were given to be together. They all were tired, so as soon as they did setting up the tent, they all fell asleep. The other morning, Namjoon were the first to wake up. He woke up early morning because it would be great to start tracking in the early morning itself. They woke everyone up, and after doing their morning routine and having breakfast in the restaurant, they all left to do the trekking. As they started the trekking, everyone was very much excited, so they were trekking with a high speed. But as soon as it was a little bit up, they all started getting tired, except Namjoon. He was the only one who wasn't tracking faster and was walking slowly, saving his energy. He knew if he told others they would not agree to him, so he just stayed silent and let them climb up as fast as they can because he knew they were going to stop soon. They stopped at a peak and drank water, taking rest for about 10 minutes. But when they were about to go up, they met with some of their classmates. Mahi. "Oh, Sunday, you all are here? What a coincidence," she said, smiling, mainly looking towards Jimin. This didn't go unnoticed by Thea. Jin. "Oh, hi. Really a coincidence. You also came to track?" "Mahi, yes. And they are my friends," she said as she introduced them to her other friends and asked them to join along. None about the fact that it wasn't a coincidence. They all agreed to join. It was a pre planned journey by Mahi. She knew they were going to come here, and she knew exactly on which date they were going to. So she just followed them. She had a huge crush on Jimmy since the beginning of the semester. Jimin was in the same semester as her, so they were kind of friends. The moment Mahi and her friends joined the group, it was totally difficult for Theung to be around Jimin. He was trying his best to be, but Mahi was being too much irritating and interfering between them. Jimin might not be able to notice why she was doing so, but he also got irritated by it. If it wasn't for the sake of their trip, he would have surely gotten into an argument with her. He just wanted it to go nicely with peaceful and good memories without anything. So he just stayed silent. Little did he know that Mahi was planning something else. As the evening approached, they were almost on the top. They were about to reach, so everyone was excited and started to climb faster so that they could reach faster. They needed to rest. After about trekking for 13 minutes, they finally arrived at the top. It was a beautiful viewpoint. The fresh air was hitting on their bodies, making them feel fresh. Jungkook, Jimin, and Taeyang were the first to run and go on the top, opening their arms, taking the fresh air in, following with everyone else. There were many people, but not much crowded. It was really very beautiful. They all took a side and sat to have some snacks. While having snacks, they planned to play Truth and Dare. It was suggested by Mahi. She wanted to let Jimin know that she likes him, unknown about the fact that Jimin's heart was unknowingly falling for someone. Jimin seemed the most unbothered person, while Theung was the one who was burning in jealousy because of Mahi. Although Jimin was paying no attention to her, as they started to play Truth and Dare with the bonfire burning in front of them. Many people were also around that since it was kinda cold. As they started playing the game, the bottle first fell on Jin. Jin, I choose Truth. Jungkook, when are you getting married? Jin, what? Did you got nothing else to ask? We don't even know that. Jungkook, just answer. You only choose Truth. Jin, how are we supposed to know? And why are you in so hurry to get us both married? Jungkook, because I want to see a marriage procession. You know, was always sent to your house whenever mom and dad went out. So they never took me to anywhere. But no one can stop me to your marriage. So just get married. Jane, so you want us to get married just because you want to come to a marriage procession? Jane, of course. Now answer the question. Jane, of course after the university and getting a job. Jane, there's a lot of time. Jane, of course. They spin the bottle again as this time it fell on Jimin. Jane, is that true that you have never Jungkook? Yeah, wait here. He haven't even choose yet. Jin, oh, sorry. Choose then. Jimin, let's go with the truth only. Then, okay. So is it true that you have never been in any relationship? Because I won't believe if you say no. Jimin, but it's true. I have never been. Jin, and you are still a virgin. Jimin, of course. Well, you have asked two questions, no more. He said, spinning the bottle, which fell on one of Mahi's friend. The game continued. Mahi was just waiting for her chance, and she had already told her friends to ask who was her crush. But it was asked by Jungkook beforehand. Jungkook. Okay, so what do you choose? Mahi, truth. Jungkook, alright. Is there anyone you like in our university? Mahi, she stayed silent for some time and looked towards Jimin. Hyung noticed it and he just didn't want Jimin to hear that, although he knew the answer. But he wanted Jimin to be out of this. What if he starts showing empathy? Jimin was already not interested in the game and he was looking down to his hands, holding some small stones, making something out of it. All the attentions were on Mahi, so Taeyang slowly took the chance and took out the headphones, keeping it on Jimin's head. It was already connected to his phone, so he just played a song. Jimin didn't ask anything, he just kept on staring at Taeyang, grabbing Taeyang's attention too. Taeyang had played his favorite song unknowingly, while Mahi's smile started getting disappeared. Jungkook, come on, answer. Mahi, yes, it is. There is. She was going to say the name but didn't say.